In this video I have the perfect card making tip for you. And maybe you already have the products at home. Hello, it's Sis Volk. Time to enjoy card making with me. To make your card more special and professional, adding some shine and glitter is what might take it to lift it to the next level. If you are like me, you like coloring images or cutting images for your cards. I have a few images already colored, and I have some cutout images from Craft-A-Clock. These are different stamped images that Carla Creaties designed. They are colored with Distress Oxide ink. This one is Distress ink and this one is colored with alcohol markers. These two again Distress ink, and these two I colored with pencils. Beautiful ones colored, but still a bit dull. They miss something, so to say. I will show you in a minute how to pimp them to make them more special. These images are flowers I cut out from the regular Craft-A-Clock paper packs. Beautiful flowers, but they are regular paper. Look what I did with this flower. Here I prepared one in advance. The left one I added shine, and the right one I did not add the shine. Can you see what I mean? I will show how to do it in a moment, and I will show you different products and how to achieve this shiny effect. And it is very easy to do as well. I will remove the images to make space for the shiny products I have at home. This is what this video is all about, adding shimmer and shine. I will start with the Winsor & Newton Iridescent Medium. It is a lot. It is in a jar. You will have to shake it before you use it, because all the glitter will sink to the bottom in a while. Then I also have the Crafters Companion Iced Silver Shimmer Spray. Also shake it before usage. Only shake it horizontally or the sprayer will clog. What happened to my bottle? But I don't mind, because I never spray. I just open the sprayer. I will show you in a moment. And I also have the Nuvo Aqua Shimmer Glitter Brush Tip Clear. And the Wink of Stella Brush Pen. There are undoubtedly numerous products that are similar, but I will show you these ones that I have. And maybe you have them already at home. All of them can do the same thing, add shimmer and shine to paper. I will make some swatches on black paper so you can see the glitter effect they have. Starting with the Nuvo Aqua Shimmer. That is the brush I use the most because of the nib for an easy apply. When you add this to the paper, you immediately see the shimmer come out of the brush. This shimmer is mixed with water. This will dry in a minute and that shine will stick to the paper. Next I take the Wink of Stella. It has a different tint. This is the white one, and I will also use the clear one that dries up in gold. So this one is more opaque, but white. And the other one looks more like the Nuvo Shimmer, only in a gold tint. So a bit different in color than the other ones. If they dry up, you will see the difference. They already dry up. They dry up very quickly. Now the Crafters Companion. That I use a lot to make shiny splatters. And because it is clogged, I just open the bottle and I put a little bit on my glass mat and pick that up with a normal water brush. My water brush is still wet, so that adds to the glitter. You can add as much water as you like, only the glitter will be diluted. Rinse your water brush well and you can use it for other inks again. Now the Winsor & Newton. Shake it very well before usage. The bottle is difficult to open. Squeeze and turn at the same time. There are different ways to get the glitter out of the bottle. I prefer to use a pipette, but you can also dip in the lid with a brush. After shaking, there is enough medium on it. And there is more than enough, because this already is very thick. What you also can do is take a bit out of the lid or a bottle, then smear it on your glass mat, even add some water to dilute it a bit, and then apply it to the paper. You can already see the difference. Once it's dry, the darkness disappears and the glitter will be more visible. The Wink of Stella white is clearly white now. You can also use a pipette to get the glitter out and apply with a normal brush if you prefer that instead of a water brush. I will have to add some more water to get all glitter out of the pipette. Adding the glitter with a normal brush or water brush makes no difference. It is just what you prefer. Or with a brush directly from the lid. That is much more concentrated. So you see how easy you can apply glitter to paper. Let's take the Wink of Stella again. I always get confused about the colors. I apply some more white ink of Stella diluted with some water. At first you think it will stay transparent with silver glitter, but when it's dry it's white with glimmer. This was the Nuvo Aqua Shimmer. This was the Wink of Stella. This is also the Wink of Stella, but this was the white and this was the clear. This is the Crafter's Companion and the rest is Winsor & Newton. My favorite is the Nuvo Aqua Shimmer, and I just use it to color over my images. For example, this flower. Now this is what this is all about. You can color on top of any image with these shimmery inks, as long as you apply it gentle with not too much water or not too much layers, the paper can handle it. Decide whether you want to color the whole image or parts that you want to make stand out. This is how it looks when it is still wet. The left one is dried up and the right one is not shimmery at all. So easy to pimp up just paper elements. But how do you do that with your own colored images? It is that easy. Here I start with some stamped leaves on watercolor cardstock. The leaves are heat embossed with clear embossing powder and I color them with Distress Oxide inks. Now I can take a little shimmer and the water brush, make it wet and apply it on top of that coloring. Start applying from light to dark, because if you color on top of ink, you will pick up some of that ink with the brush. See that green color? Wipe it or rinse the brush when switching colors. Going from light to dark is no problem. From dark to light will smudge your coloring. The same for the Nuvo Aqua Shimmer brush. Wipe it off on kitchen paper or a cloth before changing colors. I do this with all 4 mediums and you see, once applied on top of an image, you see the glitter effect, but not much difference between the glimmers. You can apply it on different inks, no problem at all. This one is colored with Distress ink. But on this stamp I already added white gel pen, or maybe it's a white acrylic marker. What you need to remember is when you add glitter on top of these white lines, they will water react with the shimmer, especially if you smear over it often or apply it over gel pen that is still wet. Do it quickly or just apply with a tapping motion, otherwise you will wipe out or smear the white accents. If there is not enough glitter coming out of the brush, you can squeeze it a bit on a smooth surface like a glass mat, a clear block or palette. Make a puddle and apply gently. As long as the ink underneath is dry and you apply quickly once on every spot, one time is enough. You can also add shimmer on top of pencil coloring. Only remember that you have to have stamped in an ink that will not react with water, like archival ink, Memento Lux ink or VersaFine ink. But if you have stamped in a dye ink, like normal Memento ink, and you colored it with alcohol markers, there's probably no problem that you smudge the stamped lines if you do it quickly. You will notice soon enough when you see black ink coming onto the tip of your brush. These three work just fine and there are more inks that can handle water. Just try it out. Also, you can try to avoid adding glitter on top of the black lines. This paper is meant for alcohol markers, a Carla Creaties image stamped with black Memento dye ink and colored with alcohol markers. There are even also some white Posca lines added. If you color quickly, not too wet, and try not to touch the black lines too much, you will be fine. The image is so much nicer when it has some shine. I will have to wait until it's dry before I can cut, or before I would add more dots and stripes with the white gel pen or white Posca marker. If you like Carla Creaties stamps, keep an eye out because there will be a new release soon. Under the name Carla Creates, she designed the cutest guinea pig collection for Vasen Creative. And I already made new videos and new card examples with that collection, so I am sure you don't want to miss that. Follow my YouTube channel and hit the bell to not miss any new videos. Here are two hedgehogs created by Carla Creaties, colored in Distress ink, and already they have some white details with the Posca marker. I will show you what happens if you color heavily and too much over and over on the same spot. Some ink will get into the tip of the brush. See? It is not a problem when you continue coloring on top of similar colors, but when you change colors, you will contaminate a color. Do you see that corner get more brownish now? It is hard to see on these pink and brown colors, but would this be blue on top of yellow, the ink would now be green. The paper is very dry. If this would be wet, it all would have been smudged by now. Something else that is nice to do is just to add glitter to patterned paper. You can color the whole card panel to add glitter, but it will bulge a little. But you can bend that flat, or iron it flat, or put it through the die cutting machine. And you now have pretty patterned paper. Also nice is to only color parts of that patterned paper. I am not coloring very nicely inside the lines, but that is not a big problem. You won't see that so closely. Look how pretty these cute bears now are. There is another way to add the shimmer, and that is to mix that shimmer with the color you are using. Here I have a Winsor & Newton watercolor set. I put some ink on my glass mat, mix it with some iridescent medium, add some extra water and color that on the paper. On the top right you see one without the glitter and on the top left with the glitter. But mixed with a colored ink, the glitter is much less visible. While when you add it afterwards, you see it much better. Mixing the glitter with the watercolor ink takes much more glitter and waste ink than when you add the glitter afterwards. However, this is a great way to make a colored shimmery background, which is what you can do this way by dipping the paper into the ink. Try it yourself and enjoy all the coloring and glitter effects. This is what I wanted to show you, but there is a big tip I want to share. You might already have such a shimmer spray that you don't use anymore because it is clogged. Or maybe you already have such a glitter brush that is almost finished. Don't throw them away because they are super useful. I recommend you to finish the spray by opening that flask every time and dip it on your work surface like you saw me do. And in case of an empty brush, you can fill it easily with some iridescent Winsor & Newton medium and some water. It will only work with a brush that is suitable for glitters. This is a normal Pentel water brush. If you would fill this one with glitters, it will get clogged by the glitters. They won't get through the bristles or the hole that is in it. I will show you. I fill the water brush about halfway with water using a pipette. Next, I add a tiny bit of iridescent medium. It looks much, I only use that tip of the pipette. The rest will be more water, so I can rinse my pipette with it. I guess it is a quarter of glitter and 3/4 of water altogether. Now add the lids back on and shake well. Let's try this out. It is likely that only water is coming out to start. But you see that only water will keep coming out and no glitter is to be seen. The brush gets dry and there is nothing coming out anymore. I can squeeze a lot, but there is only water coming out and no glitter. It is already clogged. Normally when you squeeze this hard, a lot of water drops will fall out of the brush. So you see, filling a normal brush with glitter is not possible. I can keep trying, but it won't work. There will not be any glitter coming out of this water brush. This only works with the Nuvo pen and the Wink of Stella brushes. Inside they have a special reservoir that picks up the ink. But if you already have a brush like the Nuvo or Wink or Stella ones, you can refill endlessly and they will last a lifetime. I hope you enjoyed this video and are now ready to add shimmer to your projects. Soon you will see a series of new videos by me with Carla Creates new release. It won't be long before there will be new designs on the market, distributed by Vasen Creative, so keep an eye out on them if you like them. Subscribe to my channel and click the bell to be notified. I will see you next time. Bye bye!